Welcome to our Accelerated Reader Crash Course skit. Our school had an AAR kickoff when we first started using the program in our classes.
It's easy to make a big fuss about it and cheer, but the real work is in our classroom began when we labeled all of our books. At first, we just labeled them as AR books, but the actual AR labels include a ZPD zone, interest level, and points. Library books should be labeled as well so we can check them out for taking AR quizzes.
The whole reason for labeling is so that when students take the STAR test sometime at the end of September after the computer teachers have uploaded the enrollment data, they'll know which books to choose. My teacher asked the computer teachers to give the STAR test in the lab, and then she was given a STAR diagnostic report for each student.
I hope they read the report.
Of course they'll read it. They are teachers.
Okay, let me finish telling you what I know about AR. AR recommends that each student fill out a reading log as their ticket to take a reading quiz. That means teachers should be checking on my book choices so I don't get books out of my ZPD range, and that I am scoring 85% or higher on my quizzes. And if I am not scoring high, I am not making gains.
I am glad you are speaking for yourself. My scores are high. I usually take a vocabulary quiz right after my reading quiz for the same book. My teacher always prints out the words learned report so I have my own word wall to use when I write.
What? It keeps a running record of words you learn?
Well, that's because I am learning them, and I even remember the review words that it tests me on. My word wall was huge by the middle of the year.
Well, my teacher lets me print out a TOPS report after I take my reading quiz.
Mine does too. I heard her say that it means 3 opportunities to praise students. I always get 3 praises or more.
I do too. I pick out books at my ZPD level. I pass, and a lot of times I get 80% or 100%, and I
always get the highest number of points on my quizzes. And some tests have 5, 10, or 20 points.
Yeah, right. Always? My teacher says it's more important to score 85% or higher than to read tons of books if you aren't scoring so high.
I bet you don't know what report she uses to know if you are doing well. Over a period of time. Do you?
Yes, the student diagnostic report.
Well, that one is highly recommended. But to really analyze your data, she is supposed to also look at student record reports for getting your average scores, your interest level, and your points over time. It helps her know if you are really making gains or just having fun clicking on computer buttons.
Well, she does talk about quality over quantity all the time.
That means it's better to read a few books and score high rather than reading a ton of books, but score low all the time, or just clicking on buttons for fun and not reading the quizzes.
We had a kid in our classroom doing that, and my teacher had the computer teachers erase all of his tests and take them over after he really read the books too. He started doing better, but he's still not done catching up with all the book reading.
Well, my teacher sent home a parent letter with my username and password.
Oh yeah, ABC.
Right, but all usernames are different, remember? This parent letter has a Home Connect website on it for my parents to see my scores. And get this, a bookshelf of all the books I've read. They ask me all the time what I got on my AAR quizzes, and then they look it up online to see if I remember correctly. I think they are really checking up on me.
I don't think my teacher has time to go into the AR website and print off all those reports and parent letters and all of that.
My teacher just asks the computer prep teachers to do it. At the beginning of the year, my teacher logged into the AAR homepage, and she let us see what she was doing on the big screen. She clicked in the top right-hand corner and did a live chat with an AAR technician to find reports or ask questions. Then she did a search for the certificates she wanted to print for reaching our goals. Oh, you know about goals, right? Each child should have an individual goal to meet at least 3 times a year. Or, when the last goal is reached, she sets a new goal. Then, certificates can be printed for those who reach their goal.
Let me guess. Your teacher had the computer teacher set the goals for your class, right?
Of course. I'm an advanced reader, which means I read independently. And I read over 3 books at a 3.0 book level or higher, and scored over 2 points. It was easy to get. I think AR really wants kids to read and have fun doing it, while giving them a wide range of book levels within their tested grade level of reading.
What about books your teacher reads to or with you? Do those count?
You can take a quiz and choose either T, W, or I.
To, with, or independently.
But after about 1st grade, certificates are given only if you have read books independently.
Okay, Professor AR, then tell me what ZPD is since you know so much about TWI.
That would be ARGETU. But anyway, that's easy. Zone of Proximal Development. It's a range of books at a person's teachable readability level. The kids in my class all know the range, and if they don't know it, that means they probably did not take the STAR test.
I bet your teacher has a computer teacher take the STAR test herself for your whole class. Ha ha.
No. My teacher just knows how to use all the resources available at school. She is busy teaching us to read and checking our reading logs when we have computer rotation days. She also gives us special time for independent reading so we can read our AR books. She is constantly monitoring our progress so she can catch us when we try to get away with taking quizzes incorrectly or not reading the correct book level.
I hope I have your teacher next year. Where are you going?
School is starting, and today is my day on the computer for taking my R and vocabulary quizzes.
What quiz is it? Diary of an AR professor?